Hi everyone, it's Melissa from the Hug Strap. I'm here today to teach you how to play David Bowie's Moonage Daydream. Before we get started, you'll want to go to the description box where you're going to find a free downloadable PDF tab so you can follow along with me. Chords will also be up in the corner if you're on your phone or a tablet. You'll want to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any more videos like this. And let's get started. So the first part is the intro, and we're going to make a D chord, okay? And we're just going to do a down, up, down very quickly for the intro. We're going to do it 3 times. So it goes like this. Okay, so what I'm doing to slow it down, it's just down, up, down. Now you don't have to do that muting part if you don't want to. If you don't want to do it, you can do down, up, down, and then I would just carefully mute your strings for a second so they don't ring out. So it would be. Now, the reason why I add the muting is because I think it helps you keep your time better, especially when you're not playing with anybody else. You don't have like a drummer or somebody else helping you keep the time. So that's why I do this instead. So it's down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay? And all I'm doing for that muted part is I'm taking my fingers, lightly placing them on the strings closer to the ukulele body. I'm making sure I'm not fretting them, and then I'm just doing a quick down, up, down, up, down, up. So you hear that percussive sound. That's all it is. So down, up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down. Now I'm gonna do on the 4th one. I'm gonna start the verse. So you do that D one more time, and then that you go right into singing. So let's talk about the verse. It's going to be, for the first part, you're going to do the exact same strum pattern we did for the intro, where you do that down, up, down, quick, all right? And it's going to be a D, down, up, down, then an F sharp, down, up, down, then a B minor, down, up, down, then an E, down, up, down, okay? So that's how the first part of it starts, and then we're going to change it. So let me just sing that first half so you have an idea what it's supposed to sound like. I'm an alligator, I'm a mama papa coming for you, I'm a space invader, I'll be a rock and rollin' bitch for. Now on the G you would go, or on the U you would go into a G, and that's when I'm going to start doing a down, down, up, down strum. So it would be I'm a bitch for you, keep your mouth shut, I'm smoking like a pink monkey bird, and I'm busting up my brains for the words. Alright, so that second half of the verse was a G, D, F sharp, B minor, and then an E. Okay? And again, we just did a down, down, up, down strum. So it would be keep your mouth shut, you're just walking like a pink monkey bird, and I'm busting up my brains with the words. Alright, so down, down, up, down. Okay? And then you would go into the chorus. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? One more time. Let's just do the whole thing. Now let's put those 2 parts together. I've changed my mind on that. So remember, we have our first part of it where it's a little more sparse. I'm an alligator, I'm a mama papa coming for you, I'm a space invader, I'll be a rock and rollin' bitch for you, keep your mouth shut, you're smoking like a pink monkey bird, and I'm busting up my brains for the words. Alright, and then you would go into the chorus, which is going to be a G, D, E. Okay, you'll repeat 3 lines identical to that, G, D, E, okay? And then the very end, you'll stop to do a D and then an E, all right? And I'll talk about it when we get there. So for the next 3 lines, we're just doing a down, on the G and D, you're gonna do a down, down, up. Keep your electric high on me, babe. So for that E gets a down, down, up, down strum. So let's start again. So down, down, up for the G, down, down, up for the D, down, down, up, down for the E. Okay? Keep your electric eye on me, babe. Put your ray gun to my head. we're going to hit a D and then an E. And in both cases, I'm just going to let them ring out. Okay, so freak out in a moonage daydream, oh yeah. So just hitting each one once and just letting it ring out and sing. All right, so that would be the chorus. And then we're going to go to verse 2, which has the same pattern as verse 1. Oh shoot, I have to hit the right chord. I hit a G instead of a D. Oops, this is what you get when you play the baritone too much. Okay, so we're on a D chord now. Don't fake it, baby. Lay the real thing on me. The church of man love, such a holy place to be. Make me, baby. Make me know you really care. Make me jump into the air. Now, just a note about that second verse. If you don't want it to be as sparse as it was for that first verse, because you know you're kind of coming in and you want to be a little dramatic, you know, you don't have to do that. You could do more of like a down, down, up, up, down strum too. So it could be, don't fake it, baby. Lay the real thing on me. Church of man, such a holy place to be. Make me, baby. Make me know you really care. Make me jump into the air. So you can make it suit your voice or however you want to play it. Okay, so then we go into the chorus again, which is again the same as it was for the first time. So keep your electric eye on me, babe. Put your ray gun to my head. Press your space face close to my love. Freak out in a moonage daydream, oh yeah. All right. Now at this point, Mick Ronson's going to take off with a really nice solo. Unfortunately, because he plays so far up the neck, there's not really a great translation, at least not so far. I might spend a little more time on it and see if I can come up with a good interpretation of one of his solos to add to this as like a part 2. But for now, you can play the rhythm chords, which is a B minor, A, G, and then F sharp. And you would play those 2 times. So you would go down, down, up, down, down. Come back for 2 more rounds of the chorus. They're exactly the same. And then that thing you just learned, that little intro part, he's also going to be used at the end when Mick Ronson has yet again another amazing solo. Only he plays it for 6 times instead of 2. And that is the entire song. So obviously the hardest part about that is just learning how to fret an F sharp and B minor if you're not familiar with them as much. But once you kind of get that bar chord done and just a little hint if you're struggling with that. Positioning is everything. Nothing should be uncomfortable. Nothing should hurt. You shouldn't be breaking your wrist to do anything. So the way I teach my students, oh, you can't see it because this, my little lady. The way I teach my students to do is to put your thumb kind of towards the back, right? So this way it kind of creates like a little lever when you want to go make a bar chord. And that's not painful for me, right? And I might lift my elbow a little bit, but everything is pretty straight because you don't want to create any kind of repetitive stress injuries by doing something incorrectly. So make sure it's just like a nice little gentle squeeze. Everything should feel relaxed when you do it, okay? And just keep practicing it until your, kind of tendons and everything else stretch out and get accustomed to doing that. All right, let me know if you have any questions or comments. If there's something you're dying to learn, let me know in the comments box below. Take care.